All right, maximizers, you saw by the title of this video, your girl is up. Not up to her ears. I am drowning in credit card debt. But we don't have to stay there. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how I plan on paying down over $30,000 in credit card debt. So let's dig right in. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Crystal. I am a money savings coach, and I'm here to help you save money so that you can live the life that you love and reach your big financial goals. And I've never hid the fact that I've had credit card debt. And y'all, oh my goodness, I have been slow paying my credit card debt. But in these past 2 years, due to the pandemic and my being a new business owner, I have had to take on more debt than I expected. I did not plan to take on this much debt. And in the past 2 years, I've taken on a significant amount of this debt, okay? Previous to this, I was slow paying around like $12,000 to $15,000 in credit card debt. And then with the pandemic, I had to use the available credit that I had. So first things first in this video, no judgment. If I get any nasty comments, I will delete and block you because I'm being real and I'm authentically sharing with you my life's journey. And as my coach says, I want to be grateful and thankful to my debt. Why? Because it allowed me to live. It allowed me to survive. If I didn't have all of that available credit, Lord knows what I would have had to do to just like survive basic needs. Because as a new business owner, only being in business about 6 months, then a global pandemic hitting, eating through all of my savings, hitting my financial rock bottom. I hit my financial rock bottom last year. Like at the beginning of 2021, like late 2020, my financial rock bottom hit. And it lasted a good 6-8 months, y'all, for me to like hit this place where I haven't been ever in my life. And I did some things to help alleviate that pressure. And it included me taking on some credit card debt. So I'm grateful to my debt because without it, I don't know what I would have had to do at that financial rock bottom to find myself back up, right? And then second, it's now time for me to release it. I'm ready to quick pay off this debt. No more slow paying it. I'm ready to reach my big financial goals. And the first hurdle in all of my big financial goals is to pay off this credit card debt. I want it all gone. I'm not leaving a cent on there. I want all the available credit. I want all the smoke. So I'm going to flip this camera around and I'm going to show you my craft table. It's a little messy, but I'm going to show you my craft table with my budget planner, with my debt payoff tracker. And I'm going to talk to you about the strategies and the plans that I am implementing to pay off my credit card debt. And these are also some strategies that you can use as well. So let's dig right on in. All right, y'all, let's dig in. I didn't realize black background, black planner, but we're going to open it up. All right, so this is my budget planner. This is my happy planner. I've gone back to happy planner so that I can customize and make this planner exactly what I needed. Before I open this, I want to let you know that my starting credit card debt that we're working with on this debt payoff is $33,911.33. That includes a total of 18 credit cards. Don't judge me. 5 of those credit cards are closed and they account for $13,758, and some of these numbers are rounded. And that includes 13 active cards, which means once I pay them, I will have that available credit to use at $20,153. Now, my ideal goal would be to have all of this debt paid off by July 31st. I'm giving myself till September 30th at the absolute latest. But July 31st is my plan. As I told y'all, the biggest chunk of this debt came in the past 2 years for me to survive and thrive through the pandemic. And now is the time for me to delete this debt and forgive myself for accumulating this debt. Because if you are someone who has consumer debt, you know how this feels. You know how it can be overwhelming. You know how it can feel like you're never going to get out, okay? So this is my budget planner that I set up. In the Money Saving Academy, we go over our budgets together every single month, and I will be sharing my budget more in depth over there. Okay, so that's my receipts. So this is a happy planner. Like I said, I've created all of this custom, and the most important thing that I'm going to share with y'all is this credit card debt payoff slide. So I had like my monthly budget for the month you can see in here. Again, I share this in the Money Saving Academy. There's my accounts and debt some more. This is where I'm tracking my weekly expenses. This is my overall January budget. So that's my budget planner. But we're really focusing on this debt payoff. And let me get this centered in here so we can see it all. Okay? All right. So this is the debt payoff plan. So I've listed my debts here. It should have been in lowest to smallest and then canceled debts at the bottom, but that did not happen. So this is the sheet that I'm using for debt payoff. And then I have a debt update that I'm going to be working with as well. So let's just look at what debts I have. I'll share that with you. I'll share with you which ones are closed. And then I'm going to share with you my plan for paying it off. So the first step, no matter how big or small your debt is to, face your debt, acknowledge that you have it, pull all of your reports to see how much your interest is on each debt, what your minimum payment is, and how much your full debt is. Like, acknowledge that you have the debt. Second is what we're doing right now. We are creating the plan, and your plan may look different. Now, because I have this amazing 5-figure sponsorship, I'm going to have more money to work with over the next few months. So I'll be able to pay off some of my debt with that extra money that I'm earning from my sponsorship. Okay, so that is the main reason why I'm able to actually accelerate this debt payoff process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you my debts. So these are all the credit cards. I don't have any car loans or anything. I literally just have the credit cards. So we have a Walmart credit card, New York & Company, a Capital One card that's called Buy Power, J. Crew, a Citibank credit card, Discover credit card, Best Buy credit card, 2 Credit One cards, a Victoria's Secret card, Express, Apple, Macy's, Quicksilver, which is a Capital One. Then we also have Rooms to Go, First Financial, which is a bank credit card, and then I have 2 Chase cards, okay? I had a business Chase card and I had a Southwest Chase card. So 5 of these are closed. The Best Buy credit card is closed, Rooms to Go, First Financial, Southwest Chase, and Business Chase. The First Financial has been closed since I had this is the longest credit card I had, y'all. I got this one when I was 18. And when I had my first financial breakdown, which was nowhere near this rock bottom, after I gave birth to Kinsley, she was probably like a year old, and I quit my serving job. We hit like a couple months of a rough patch. And from that point, that credit card got closed. So that one's been closed for the longest, and I've been paying it off. And then all the rest of the other ones literally closed in early 2021 because I got really behind on my bills and things towards the end of 2020. And I was not able to pay all of the credit cards. So after being like a month or 2 behind, they just closed them. And this is just me being very honest with y'all. I survived. I was eating. I was somewhat thriving. But behind the scenes, if it wasn't immediate, I wasn't able to pay it just because of the way my cash flow was going. And that's just me being very honest. I was very intentional with the money that I had. And that intentionality caused me to focus on, shelter, car insurance, gas, food, right? And credit cards were the last thing to pay because they were not detrimental to my life, okay? And there was a lot of big things that I had to pay for in those months. Credit cards had to be pushed to the wayside, okay? So they were closed for that reason, and it sucks because I really, really loved both of these Chase cards, but it is what it is. Life happens, and I'll be able to get them back in the future when my credit score's back and I am financially out of debt, right? Because paying this off is going to help my credit score. So I've actually already paid off 2 credit cards, all right? So in November, I decided that I was going to fast pay this debt, and I knew I was going to pay it off between July and September of 2022. So with that being said, I made a plan in December, and I already paid off 2 credit cards. So I put these debts, should have been in lowest to highest somewhat, in the plan for me to pay them off. So what I've done so far, and let me make sure y'all can see this. Okay, you can see it perfect. So what I've done so far is I've paid off my Walmart credit card and my Buy Power credit card. They're both Capital One credit cards, and I've paid them both off. So I've already paid off about $1,200 in debt. So those both have a 0 balance. And I was waiting for this video before I put it in here. So they're going to be 0 and, oh, not that one. Whoops. And this one's going to be 0. Like, these cards are not to be used. I'm not using them for anything. no emergency. Like, they need to be unused and sitting because I need to free up my available credit. Paying off this debt is not only going to get me debt free and closer to being able to buy a house, it's going to increase my credit score, which my credit score tanked when my finances tanked a little bit. So the next goal is over the next 3 months, January, February, and March, to pay somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000 towards my credit cards. Right now, I just have the minimum payment set up for everything. And then as I earn more money for the month and I, get my sponsorship checks and all that jazz, I'll be able to put more towards debt. So my plan is to do $3,000, broken that up. So in January, the goal was to pay off the New York & Company credit card. In total, it's only $429.79. Discover card is rounded up to $1,444. The Citi card is $855.13. And then to round off the $3,000, a $200 partial payment to J. Crew. All right. So I want to pay off New York & Company because it's the lowest credit card. But I also want to do Discover card before I do some of the other ones, because I want to have a credit card that is a major credit card paid off, because that affects your credit differently as well. So I wanted to have a major credit card paid off. So I'm going to do them in this order as I get paid for the month of January. And that's like a little over like $3,000 is my plan for January. If anything happens, right, and I'm unable to do it, I'm just going to pay in order. So yes, I may have this grand goal and I put this $3,000 into my budget for January. But if I can't for any reason pay that, it'll just be New York & Company first, and then whatever I can put to Discover. Like, this is the order that I'm paying them off. It's okay to pivot. My life comes first, and I'm doing my very best to cash flow. Like, we're not using any credit cards right now. Everything is completely cash flow. So my goal is to get back to that cash flow life I was living in 2019 and early 2020 before the pandemic really made me dig into my savings, okay? For February, the plan is to pay J. Crew, which is $473. It is a store card. Then I'm going to pay both of the credit ones because they're both under $1,000, $975 and $957, and then to pay a $600 payment to Express, and that will round out again around $3,000. Then for March, pay off the rest of Express and then do $2,400 to Apple, and that'll be right at $3,000. So that's the plan of what I'm going to pay. And what I'm going to commit to here on YouTube is every month I'm going to come in and I'm going to give you like a debt payoff update. So once a month, towards the end of the month, I'll come on here and I'm going to show you this. We're going to use this for a quarter. Then I'll write the rest on the back of here. And hopefully by the time this sheet is filled out, we would have paid off all of the debts. Okay. And I'll just give you a quick update to see where I am. So our starting debt, you know what? I might have to put that over here. Okay. So I want to just keep an update. So I'll just grab another sheet. I have a ton of these. So I want to, see my debt go down. So our starting debt was $33,911.33. And we've already paid off $1,200. So let's just do the math. $33,911.33, subtract what we paid for Walmart, $523.52. Subtract $736.27. Our current debt, and it's we're just going to do it by today, for January 6th is $32,651.54. So hopefully by the end of January, we can be under the 30K mark. All right. So my hopes in sharing this with you all is to encourage you, no matter how much debt you have, you can do it. You can do this. And I would love to help you with this. I would love to invite you to my Money Saving Academy so that we can work together on this. Like, no coach is perfect. And I can still help you while still helping myself. And again, I've been paying credit cards for pretty much my whole life since I was 18 years old. I've never had this much credit card debt. But I'm in a place now where I can fast pay it off. Before, I was just paying the minimum payments on everything and like an extra $100 per month. But all of these debt minimum payments are well over $1,000. Like, my debt payment it's like $1,000. Let me see. Like my debt payment, just the minimum payments with no snowball, is literally like $1,000. So when, you know, my cash flow was low for the pandemic, that was a lot. My debt payments are $1,277, the minimum payments. Plus, I'm going to put $3,000 to pay off. So that's me spending about $4,200 in a month in January just paying for credit cards. So again, I want to encourage you and help you to let you know it doesn't matter where you are, you can still make progress on your debts. And I would love to help you every single month with your budgets. We do weekly check-ins in the Money Saving Academy for our budgets. We're also doing a savings challenge because although I have debt and I want to pay it off, I also want to build up my savings so that we always have cash to cash flow. So if God forbid we have another shutdown or lockdown or something, we have cash in the bank, right? Because I am a small business and because my business is coaching, if my clients are having a hard time, right? If my clients hit a financial rock bottom, then that affects my business. That's just how the world works, right? So I've got to do what I can do to safeguard myself. So all of that to say, I would love to work with you and encourage you and help you pay off debt and be on a debt payoff journey with you. Like, let's walk together. And I really hope that you can just see that I genuinely wanted to share this with you all to help you all. And I really, really hope that me, sharing my, debt confession of how much credit card debt I have and my plan to pay it off really, really, really inspires you. So you can sign up and join us at the moneysavingacademy.com. And I would really love to help you. So let me know down in the comments if you have debt. Let me know if this inspired you to at least start paying off your debt. It's never too late to start. And you can always, an extra $5 goes a long, long way. So I want to thank you all so much for your love and support. I appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe out there as you are shopping. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.